Hello to my Virgo Nation. I had to think about it because I shuffled the cards based upon your sign. Okay, some oracles already are set and ready, and we're going to start with the tarot. Okay, so Two of Spheres is on the bottom. So needing balance or balancing two things, ideas, or people. Or is just balancing your life, in general, practicality and spirituality and etc. Nope, never mind. It's regarding love. Two of Cups. Never fails. Well, that could be a partnership too. So if you're, career-wise, if you're looking for a partner, you may be trying to decide if you'll go with somebody or who you'll go with. You're not sure. There's just some kind of confusion here too. Well, it's a Two of Spheres. If there wasn't confusion, then there wouldn't be any juggling of ideas. There would be a certain answer. You would have clarity. You know what to do. Okay. So if you don't know what to do, then you need to continue to think about it. Until the time comes, a divine timing where you'll have plenty of creative ideas and know exactly what to do at the right time. Okay, this is how you work with Spirit, God, when you're in communication with Him. Okay, it's a constant flow of love to you. Okay, and the more you can stay connected there, the better you will feel. And once you heal, you can help heal others. Okay? So this is a calling for you to open your heart to God's love. And also to giving and taking. And with I'm hearing with twin flames, if you believe in that. I don't even know what I believe in that. All right, so let's see what we get here. Ten of Spheres. Okay, so we're shooting for that, or we're there. So I'm gonna say we're shooting for that. Two of Cups. Yep. So I guess we're shooting for a. We were shooting for that, but got shot down. There's some kind of tower or shakeup going on right now. Let's see. There's some kind of partnership that's. Something's going on, and there's an imbalance there of sorts, but I don't know the reasoning or what's going to happen. So let's see. Page of Cups, reversed. Five of Spheres. Okay, very low energy. The Hierophant, a marriage. Knight of Spheres. Okay. Knight of Wands. Okay. The Star. Okay, that's pretty cut and clear. Unless I just throw out some other cards over them and see what the hell's going on. Yeah, I already did some pre-shuffling. So there was past third-party interferences here. And you were looking for good news, but it never arrived. You were expecting one thing, and then I guess didn't get what you wanted, so you felt possibly tied down. But there's always time to, reconcile differences with people, and show, when you show that you are what's the word, apologetic, like you see something that you did wrong, and then you do that. That's like the channel message for you to do that is. At least meet them halfway. Page of Cups, offer your cup of love, either that or just, the Page of Cups is very romantic and everything like that. And so there might need to be some spice and some more romance in your relationship. I say marriage, but it is the Hierophant, so it could be, you know, any kind of partnership, but this signifies, you know, the Hierophant. So I don't know why so much like fear, detachment, coldness, like, you know, a lot of, I don't know, a lot of fear about what I'll have to figure out. Something to do with your marriage, okay? And then the Knight of Spheres is either walking away, if that's you, or coming towards you, because I don't see you here yet, so it could go either way at the moment. I need to pull more cards. And then we have here the Knight of Wands. So now we have, I don't know if it's two people or if it's just, you know, you taking action, having more creative ideas, and trying to see how you can reconcile with, you know, people. And in general, okay, not just your partner, you know, with your family members, with your friends, you know, and because there's no, the channel messages for having the love, you know, we need to not have that hatred or like anger or pain or resentment or bitterness or shame or guilt in our chests, okay? So that has to be extracted in order to feel joy and bliss and stuff. So we're going to learn a lot about those things here, as much as I can give you as far as coaching wise. It's like, you know, one thing, oh, I need to learn to forgive, but then it's like, oh, I don't know how to do that. So I'm going to try as much as I can here to help you out with that, but you can always reach me on my email, highpriestesshealer1111@yahoo.com, and I am financial, I'm not a financial advisor, please don't call me for financial stuff. I am a spiritual healer, and I'm also here for spiritual advising, okay? And also, if you would like a personal reading, please give me a shout out as well on that email. So very interesting, Knight of Spheres and Knight of Wands. So if this is you, you're really lighting up or lighting up about something that's coming up because the star is after it. But I do see the Knight of Spheres going this way and the Knight of Spheres going this way. So I don't know if like this energy is coming together, and then, you know, when you collide, that's when the miracle happens. This kind of seems to be the answer. It's like it's the divine timing, okay? See the card? All right, let's see some more cards here. All right. Here we got also Ace of Swords. Okay, so some enlightenment, okay? Some major enlightenment that, you know, you needed, because this Page of Cups upside down can't give you a message if he or she doesn't know the message. Okay, so possibly, you know, you needed some information and you needed answers and weren't getting them, or what have you, okay? Where you just have yourself in this, you know, you don't know what you want, so you don't even know if it's good news or bad news, whatever that means to you, you know. But there's the Ace of Swords that's going to give you enlightenment regarding, you know, that and any other, you know, fear that you have. And this one suggests regarding the third party, it just keeps popping up and popping up and popping up. So, you know, they're saying to rise above it, you know, to move forward, stand tall, okay? yeah, but to take your time to heal, over the situation. But know that you can move forward, okay? Again, with a counselor or a mentor like myself, you can be helped through that process of learning to go from, like, depressed and denial, to, okay, um, the different stages, 1 through 6. That is the one that most people need it for, is grief. So you start going through the stage where you see things for the way they are, and you have different perspectives and possibly different outcomes. Okay, and that helps you to move forward. When you get the sign, when you get the knowledge, the epiphany of, the effort that you've put into this, okay, to figure out what it is that you need to do to move forward instead of stay still, okay, or be in the energy of loss and grief, okay. So I see you as moving forward, and I'm liking this Ace of Swords, okay, and it's going to be just what you needed, okay. It's going to reinforce whatever this meeting is, okay. There's a King of Spheres and a Knight of Wands. No, he's not a king. A Knight of Spheres and a Knight of Wands. They're facing each other. So to me, like I said, it looks like twins that are about to unite. And then the Ace of Swords, well, I guess that would, definitely, give you the enlightenment, that it was that person, okay? And so now you can, I guess, move forward, if you're with your person, then, you have someone to move forward with, okay? But see how this is white and this is black, and they're towards each other. So, I mean, I'm thinking too, like, there needs to be some balance, obviously, because you're going through a change in their lower level energies. It's the 5 of loss and fear and, instability. So, they're saying with this 3 of Spears too, balance is needed, okay? So I feel like this person will really balance you out. You could be very different from each other, and we'll look at the romance angels for that. But just look at these two people, if it's you and them. So different, right? So, but things are going to work out, like hand in a glove, okay? Kudos to you guys that are working on your marriage, that are working on yourself. That's the new sexy, right? Let's see here. What else do we get? Ooh, yeah, baby. We got the Queen of Cups in the house. So there you go. You're like, I'm ready for love. Let's go. And Magician. So now you guys get to have that energy together, as long as there is no, outside interference, which I don't think you would let happen. And you're a queen now, okay? So anyways, you don't put up with that. So, twin or not, you'd have their ass out in grass, right? So, 4 of Wands, yeah, you're thinking, okay, how can I move upward, onward, forward, right? Okay, how can I move forward? Okay, and you're thinking about more of the truths that you learned about how to move forward, okay? And that's what helped you to be the Queen of Cups, because you knew that you knew that you could manifest whatever you wanted to, and you're manifesting your life at this moment the way you want it. And I know, because I see this perfect timing card here of this beautiful collision. Okay, that is with your counter partner, the King of Cups, right here. Look, King of Cups, and that's the Star card, and here you are, the Queen of Cups. It's the Queen. All right, so yeah, okay. This is good stuff. I like it. So the king or the queen was there, and you know, they were, seems like they were both manifesting each other at the same time, because it was like the Magician and Four of Wands. So or possibly the masculine could have been, or whoever has the masculine energy could have been going through some healing, okay? And vice versa, you know, and the queen here, you know, working on herself as well, and making sure she has every needful thing to have this healthy relationship with her divine counterpartner, okay? Let's see here. Ooh, death. Okay. I think, you know, if I met with my divine counterpartner for the first time, I definitely would want death to my old life, death to my ego, death to anything that would compromise the relationship in any way. Committed. Three of Wands, okay? So there's still two cards, you know, in the middle of you. You're still manifesting each other. It hasn't quite manifested, so you're anticipating, they're anticipating, and if you don't know that you're anticipating somebody, then your soul feels it. Your soul knows it. You can't deny it anymore. It's so strong, you know, that you know that something's changing. You know that something's gonna happen, you know, like a sixth sense, you know, like, I feel different, you know, and I know that as I feel different and feel better and change, so does my partner. So here goes a Seven of Swords. So I'm going to say at this time that either someone's being deceitful, okay, it is next to Three of Wands, okay. So maybe things done in the darkness, but with the moon in this card here, but doesn't have to be, obviously. You know, and it does look very deceitful. He's got this sword behind his back he's holding on to, the sixth one. So just be aware of your surroundings, okay? Be aware of the people that that you hang out with, to get to know them on deeper levels, so that you know you're dealing with a person of high caliber, that you can inspire them and they can inspire you, and, you know, move forward together in life, you know, just encouraging each other, supporting each other, helping each other, you know, just enjoying life, okay? So I'll pull 3 more cards, please. Yeah, there's my Six of Wands that I call buns and guns. How many is here? 2. Okay, 1, 2, and 3. Bottom of the deck, 9 of Swords. So something is still going on in your mind, probably because some things that have happened to you in the past with the Five of Spheres, something you lost, something of scarcity, something that you grieve over that you lost, and then possibly a marriage. So there is an offer here, though, from this Knight of Pentacles. And possibly there's a Knight of Wands. Could be 2 people and if that's not you and them. I feel like there's just one, but the previous relationship is what's keeping you from moving like forward. Okay, so just, you know, until you've healed and you have like, you know, become balanced is what I hear with that 2 of spheres on the bottom of the deck. Yeah, you know, you're going to go through some hard times. You're going to have to learn balance, friend from foe, and stay connected to source. Okay, and stay in that king queen vibe, you know. So here, this one is 5 of wands. So you are about, I mean, there's a 8 of swords next to it. Sometimes that's self-imposed imprisonment or self-sabotage, or just thinking too much in your head because because you're trying to decide, you know, one way or another of something. You could be arguing or fighting with somebody as well in your surroundings. Or just battling something inside, you know, and how to let it go, right? So that you can ascend, because it's saying that we have to ascend. Well, if you ascend, then something has to stay back. Okay, so part of your ego is leaving, so you are open to more love. And when you love yourself more, you respect yourself more. So it's actually a good feeling. People say it's, I mean, I used to feel that it was something, that it was a horrible feeling, you know, because it feels like a part of you is dying, but it's the worst part of you. It should be like good riddance. Don't ever come back, you know, type of a feeling. And then we have the Tower, of course, which could possibly be connected with the marriage, okay? And then 6 of wands. So whatever happens, you end up being successful, right? With this 6 of wands, buns and guns card, okay? But it took you a lot of, you know, hard work, okay? A lot of exhaustion, a lot of balancing, a lot of, you know, highs and lows, like the sand dunes, highs and lows and highs and lows, okay? So it's kind of still really a heavy read, and so I'm not sure what more I need to do in order to help you, but I'm going to figure it out, okay? Let's see. So you're needing to work on your 4th chakra, okay? Somebody may need you, okay? And a lot of you are probably healers, okay? So be open to new ideas about gifts that you may have, that may come. And it says worry. So as I see a 7 of swords, they're saying, you know, don't worry about it. Whatever that 7 of swords is, okay? So obviously, you know, if they're saying don't worry about it, then they're going to take care of that, okay? So your focus, I guess, has to be somewhere else, okay? On the ascending part, doing your part. I am learning that worry doesn't change an outcome, okay? So that's a waste of time. That's why they're saying don't worry, because it's a waste of time, because you're worrying about something you can't change, okay? That's your channeled message. You're worrying about things that you can't change. But something in your life is changing or coming down. Definitely there's a lot of cracks. But those pillars do look very strong, but there's a lot of cracks. And so would it hold? Does it not? I don't know. But either way, it shows you're successful. So that's another channeled message. You are ascending, period. You have been called to ascend. Okay, they have to. let's see, but they may be right behind you, or you might be a little bit ahead of them. Let me see. Yeah, they're right behind you, like 2 spaces, you know, 2 paces. So you have to decide, you know, are you going to work this out? You know, is this tolerable until this person does their ascension process? If they haven't, hopefully you're doing it at the same time, you know, and you don't have to separate, okay, and you can collide at the right time if everyone's doing their part. Because separation can feel very lonely. It says, loneliness. I know that I am never alone. So never feel alone. Your spirit guides and your, God and Jesus and Mother Mary and Divine Mother, spirit guides, the ancestors, they're all there for you. You're never alone. And you could not just know that by my words. You can talk to them and see what you feel, okay? When just, you know, it's just like meditating or talking to God. You know, you have to pray and praise and talk to Him, but then you also have to give time, silent time, to try and hear if there's any messages for you, okay? That's called intuition. That's what I'm trying to teach here on this channel. Anyways, so the magician is right here in the middle, and the channeled message is, you have the power, you have free will. What are you going to do, you know? And so you're going to have to decide, you know, are you going to let this tower fall, or do you foresee it and, you know, do things to make it stop? You know, are you going to stop worrying or not? You know, because that actually doesn't help the situation when you worry. It actually sabotages it. You know, so you're the magician, and you can decide, you know, what's best for you and your soul, okay? It does say that something changed, right, with the death card. And then 3 of Wands, 7 of Wands, 5 of Wands, 5 of Wands. Okay, so the Tower. So you're just going through some major transformations with this Ace of Swords and the Death and the Tower. It's like your world's being shaken up, turned around, or, you know, you're just becoming like a new soul, like a more enlightened one, you know. It's like you're trying to lift up to a lighter, more lighter feeling and vibration, right? Joy, happiness, bliss, than being down here feeling lonely, worried, exhausted, you know, fearful, you know, guilty, shameful, you know. Your highest self, your soul knows that those things are only an illusion, okay? But ourselves, we're very hard on ourselves, and we need to be, I guess, less hard on ourselves and try to be less hard on other people. So that's just something that I have channeled, so that's something that I obviously have to do as well. Freedom, yeah, and that will provide you with the emotional freedom, because I get this like something in my chest, like anxiety or like pressure or like worry, you know. And so letting go of worry brings you freedom. It says, I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness, okay? So, okay, maybe this is not going good for you, you know, but it's not the end of the world, okay? You know, maybe I feel like there's something that's happening that you can't change, you know, but then how you react to what happens, you know, can determine, you know, how victorious you are with yourself, you know. And I actually just listened to Mel Gibbons on YouTube, and she's like, you know, you have to love yourself. You have to, okay, someone doesn't like me. I mean, not trying to be rude or anything, but it it might sting, you know, if someone you like or love doesn't love you. But as long as you love yourself, you know, then that is actually what all that matters. But most people don't. So that's like baseline what we try and teach, or what I try and teach here. Okay, as I learn, I teach the things that I learn. As I'm trying to implement them, I'm trying to teach you how to implement them. So we're all in this together. It's not just like, you know, oh, I'm a tarot reader and I'm perfect. And no, like I do have to be working on my shadow wealth. Ooh, baby, someone's gonna be wealthy. Let's check on all that. So yeah, freedom. That was over the Knight of Spheres. So I feel like this Knight of Spheres is headed your way to bring you some peace, some happiness, okay? Because it says, I possess the power, I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. And I feel like whoever this King of Spheres is wants to bring you happiness and has the power to. The Death card that landed over 5 of Wands. So, I mean, you're basically just having these inner battles, you know, and having a hard time letting things go, okay? So you're trying to learn how to let go, because that's the last thing that you need to learn, and then the tower is going to fall, and then you get the 6 of Wands, which is victory. From there, I don't know what happens, okay? We could do that in an extended. But it says, I am learning that endings are merely new beginnings. And that came out over the 5 of Wands. So hopefully that will give you some peace of mind, that, you know, the tower also can't be stopped. It's all obviously been delayed and delayed and delayed, okay, because it's got cracks, and it doesn't feel to me like it was slow, you know. I mean, like it was fast, you know. It like cracked, and then it felt like this took time. But that's how it usually would be. You can imagine it being like falling quickly if lightning hits it and it's burning, you know. But I don't know, because as soon as you got the 5 of Wands, you're thinking about the tower moment, whatever that's going to be. Maybe it's having to ascend without your masculine, you know, so that, you know, each one of you can do your healing. But I don't know, there's just like feelings of loneliness and worry. Yeah, some kind of ending there. Surrendering to the divine, letting go of grief, letting go of the need for others to have empathy for you, and just having perseverance. Learning to put down your pride and blame people for your own happiness and growth through forgiveness and recognizing your denial and ridding of your fear that that adversity brings to learn things. And you can use your free will, okay? And you don't need to be regretful of it. Just release any beliefs that no longer assist your soul's growth, okay? Your soul's growth. Bring humor to the situation with your friends. Always be honest and serve your fellow man. It brings health and divine timing of change, okay? I see you're forgiving. You're forgiving, and that's bringing you abundance and balance you needed. to trust again in, you know, yourself and the spirit, to begin to believe again, to trust again, to love again. Okay, there's some kind of judgment coming up, or something in the judiciary department, some kind of decision, or rebirth. Okay, someone with a low self-esteem, needing higher self-esteem through self-love and gratitude, and trying to make peace with their relationships. Okay, sometimes those little scenarios come out. Let's see. Clear, dynamic. The frequency of dynamic supports our ability to harmonize between layers and aspects of different origin and frequency. Exactly what I was talking about. It helps us to put together a reality that is made up of many different elements, both familiar and completely new, with ease, grace, and great joy. So this card is saying that it's gonna, you know, if I meditate on it, it's gonna go through the conscious to the subconscious and help me through the process, you know, of the ascension process, because it's not an easy process as you would think. You know, this is like stair stepping, those heavy steps at the gym. Okay, that gets you to ascension. It's not like a hop, skip, and a jumping away. It's a lot of work. It's doing some hard things, you know, possibly some that you don't even want to do. Okay, it says it helps us to put together a reality that is made up of many different elements, both familiar and completely new, which I thought, you know, is like, it's something's totally new to you, and you're like, well, what do I do, you know? So just hang around the kind of people that you want to be like, and, you know, that'll bring you joy. Okay, and it'll bring it with more ease. Okay, so that was actually just bottom of the deck. Let me see if anything comes out for you. And yes, they are shuffled. Yay, you got more than one. Connection, 14 or 5, change. The frequency of connection supports our ability to find alignment and resonance with other things and ideas. So the frequency of connection supports our ability to find alignment and resonance with other things and ideas. So it's like if you are clash with somebody and you're not on the same wavelength as them, and it's like, oh, they're kind of like, you know, it kind of feels like an irritation, you know. But if you are on the same frequency to them, it's like, oh, you know, someone who understands me, you know, like you can't explain yourself to somebody else, you know what I mean? And so it's hard to do that. They, you know, the best they could do is sympathize if you needed support, but not empathize. So just staying aligned again, that alignment, and then that way, if I guess it's wanting you to know, like if you have a certain frequency that's low, then you're finding yourself with someone who has lower vibes, that you're able to, you know, stay in your element, you know, yourself, you know, not letting their energy affect you. Okay, so that's staying in alignment, not letting people throw you out of alignment. Okay, and this is from my relationships deck, just so you know. I don't have the box for here. Oh yeah, I do. Okay, Sacred Geometry of Relationship Oracle. Okay. Oh, more? Really? Okay. So you got romance and change. Okay, buddies, buddy boys, you guys are or changing because there's no romance in the relationship. So there is going to be a split. It's going to be good for both parties. It's going to empower both of you, and you're going to gain out of it learning universal love. Okay, I can see people who love each other that may have decided to, maybe it was a decision, maybe it wasn't someone leaving someone. I didn't see like a 8 of cups or whatever. So maybe there's just something happened in the relationship, for whatever reason. Okay. Romantic love. The frequency of romantic love supports our journey to feel whole and complete through the experience with and reflection of conscious lovers. Okay, so it's hard to be romantic if you don't feel full yourself. So just remember that. Okay, once you learn to feel whole, then you can learn to be more romantic, or just have the resonance of it. The frequency of change supports our ability to gracefully dance with the forever changing nature of reality, both inward and outward, so that we can appreciate the sweet release of the old and the birth of the new. Like I said, it doesn't feel good like when you release. It's painful going through it. You're at the end of your wits, and just when you think you can't take any more, things work out for you. Everything works out just like it was supposed to, because you kept your faith. All right, you kept your faith. You changed your mindset. You stopped worrying. You empowered yourself. Okay, started connecting with spirit. Okay, so you're having a sweet release. That's kind of what this tower is. Okay, it's a tower within you. Of that you were battling with, could be partly to a partner, and maybe not, it could be just something from a previous relationship or something from your childhood, but it feels like a romantic partner, just because romance and change was upside down. So yeah, they definitely are going to walk away because of a third party interference here. It's over 3 of spheres. And yeah, and they're going for healing. It's the divine feminine that's leaving. Okay, so they can learn to integrate the things that they're learning, so that the things that they did, they contributed to the downfall of the dysfunction of that relationship, can be rectified. You can heal and see what you did, what you could have done better, and make amends with that, and yourself for not knowing how, and let that be the reason why you don't need guilt. So I don't feel like it's from lack of trying. Okay, I feel like there's the feminine who's leaving for healing, really just needs some integration in her heart. Okay, she's transforming, and there's things that she's learning, still learning to forgive. Okay, you can't like keep on in a relationship without doing that. So that could be the reason for the separation. So you got integration, divine feminine, and healing. The frequency of integration supports our embrace of every aspect of ourselves, allowing what we perceive as positive and what we perceive as negative to harmonize in a balanced symphony of life. Okay, so that's staying centered, that's staying aligned. Not saying it's easy to do. That's not what I'm saying, but again, it says allowing that we perceive as positive and what we perceive as negative to harmonize in balanced symphony of life. So just accept it for what it is. It's kind of like the 3 of wands over here. It's like, life is always going to have its changes, its ups and its downs, like these sand dunes, etc. And so since you expect it, it's like it doesn't hurt as much. It's more graceful. So learn to accept that there's things that you can't change and that things are constantly changing, and to try and get more comfortable with change. Okay, that's going to be what will definitely heal you. Okay, that's part of the message here. Okay, this one is the biggest one. It's the healing. It says frequency of healing supports our intrinsic ability to restore our health and wholeness by consciously using the information that comes to us through our senses and harmonizing everything accordingly. Yeah. So since, you know, I feel like the divine feminine just needs some more empowerment to do for the ascension process, because it looks like she's still healing, and over ascension is empowerment. Okay, so I feel like a small lack of confidence of sorts, or suppressed loneliness or suppressed sadness. But trying to keep your eye here, I see on this star, you know, and that's what's being aligned, you know, is constantly looking to God, constantly be looking to Him, like this light, you know. It's not something that you like, oh yeah, that light thing, what is it again? No. Empowerment. The frequency of empowerment supports our ability to show up fully and completely, or it won't work. Uniting us with others in the deep trust that we all are connected through the same source. So, yeah, it takes strength, it takes courage to show up fully, you know, to give no less than your very best, you know, and might I add, and do so consistently. Okay, that's the key. Write that down. And that was channeled for you there. So make sure you write that down. Let's see what the angel answers have to say. All right. Within the next few weeks, you know, and this is like, in the next few weeks, you're going to be ascending, okay? Some kind of empowerment and some kind of healing, okay? Over universal love. It says unlikely. Ah, wow, okay. So, I mean, I didn't know if you was right or wrong in this situation. You know, to me it sounds like you need some healing and that's why you're leaving. I don't know his side. But this universal love, with this King of Cups, had an ending. And it says that it's unlikely. All right, so whatever unlikely means to you, okay? So something is unlikely. Archangels will give you signs if you don't know what that means, okay? So let's see, within the next few weeks. I mean, that could be anything, but if it's that marriage there, then they could be filing or getting one, a divorce. All right, so trust the situation, listen to your intuition. Meditation brings answers. Over divine feminine, and the card of victory is if you believe. Okay, and also I'm just praying, so just pray for victory then. Whatever that is, that will be done. Yeah, get more information. Okay, so you may be lacking some information that you need to meditate on, to get some answers, to make some kind of decisions. Ask your angels, okay? You have to integrate with the frequency of the angels, okay? So the situation will improve if you believe. Okay, so just trust in the process, trust in God, that you know, expansion is being had, and just to keep being positive, right? Because it talked about positive and negative. And the situation, it will improve, okay? There's no need to worry. The situation will improve. Big happy changes. So that's over worry. So don't worry, because there's big happy changes coming. That's way different from the Seven of Swords and the Five of Wands, like two of the worst cards you could get. I hate these cards and I hate these messages. I'm so sorry. I mean, there's no other, you know, I'm gonna research. There's got to be some together. There's just no other way. There's nothing else either. It's just treacherous here, you know. The Seven of Swords is just, you know, betrayal, let's just say. And Five of Wands is pretty much the same, just battles of the wits and egos and the flaring of, you know, tongues and whatnot. But not to worry, because big happy changes are coming. So no, not worry. Not worry. Big happy changes. I know you're going to go back and you're going to want to worry. You have that tendency to go back. But every time you want to worry, you're going to tell yourself this. Big happy changes are coming. And that way you're not worried about something and then you make it happen. And you don't specify what it's going to be. And you allow God to bring you the best of what you need. Okay? There's something better. All right. So you are coming out of a situation where, you know, you were recovering, okay? And so I'm putting that over the divine feminine right here in the Six of Wands, okay? But you keep believing in your victory, you know, and saying that big happy changes are, you know, are coming, you know. And just allowing your heart chakra to open, to heal, you know. It says something about perfect timing and improving health. Okay, that's a good thing. So from improving health, could be anything, you know. To me, it looks like recovery, like the Three of Swords, right? So recovering from a heartache, possibly, or just recovering from an illness. I don't know. I couldn't say in particular, or maybe the loss of somebody, you know, in any way, you know, whether they went to heaven or, you know, it's, you know, somebody that you're breaking up with. So yeah, I think this tower is really hitting you by surprise. But your health is improving, okay? So it must have affected your health in some way. But that it's improving, and then it's a perfect time. I put that over healing, empowerment, ascension, and in a few weeks. So in a few weeks, it's the perfect time. You'll have good health, and you're going to be able to ascend because you have regained your empowerment, and you have done the healing you needed to heal at that time, right? Okay, there may be more, but that to ascend to the next level, whatever that is for you, it'll be different for everybody. Okay. Here's my numerology deck. So you're just looking here for peace and balance. Looks like some turbulent times going on. Lots of changes. And, you know, looks like, you know, with the unlikely, the question was, you know, should I stay? Should I go? Are we going to get back? Whatever it may be. It says that it's unlikely and that there's something better. But needing to get more information. So be the leader here of your own life, kind of like the Emperor card. Okay. Red for ground chakra or root chakra. So, you know, making sure to raise your vibrations when they get low, and say big happy changes are coming, or whatever brings you to a higher level of vibration. Okay, so you're in charge of doing that every single time. Okay, so basically it goes from sadness to happiness, or misery to happiness, and you're in charge of that. And so if you're always constantly telling yourself negative stuff, then you are making yourself unhappy, even though some people may be poking at you as well. So this is just big happy changes are coming. That feels good. I don't care what it is. God's going to bring me whatever I need at the right time. And I'm just going to continue to move forward with what you know what you like to do, okay? Because you went through a recovery process. It's not like you were just sitting there and doing nothing while you were recovering. You were deciding, you know, what's my life purpose, digging into, you know, things probably of, you know, self-empowerment stuff, because you had the empowerment card, and well-being. See, she's got all lit up and like giving herself these sparkles or something. Okay, it involves a commitment, wanting happiness, needing courage, finding yourself, forgiveness, the truth, compassion, and then you get your new beginning. So I'll go over that again with you if you need. Teaching and leadership. Okay, pay attention to your environment. There's somebody there that is envious of you. Okay, there's it says spirituality and compassion, so those two go together. You're possibly a spiritual person and or just very compassionate, you know. Compassionate people, they jive well with spiritual people, but they would be met on a different level with the religion, if there was a religion. So teaching and learning, so you just heal. Once you heal your heart, you'll be able to help other people heal their hearts. Okay, because it's really hard to close that phase of your life where, you know, something happened to you, Seven of Swords, somebody was being cruel in whatever way, or even just, you know, back and forth. But that, you know, you realize, okay, with awareness, that's why I say you have to keep your awareness about you, that, you know, you needed to change your situation, right? And with those two displays of behavior, you know, of the Seven of Swords and Five of Swords. So you took the leadership on that, and you'll get your new beginning because you gave compassion to yourself and others, even when you knew the truth or found out the truth. You were able to forgive and find peace within. With the courage of God, He gave you happiness and a brand new commitment, okay, to your well-being, which includes everything. Okay, that's your channel message. And I get a don't worry with this envy either. I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges. Okay, so they're just look at it like I'm not in competition with anybody, right? No one's better than the next person, and we should all be uplifting each other anyways, okay? Parenting. So someone needs to, or someone's being a good parent because it's yellow, or someone needs to communicate with their parents, or, you know, with their children. You as a parent with this blue for throat chakra. Or just the fact that I feel like you're becoming a good parent, you know. Yeah, it looks like it's a perfect timing, because this king here of cups that you had universal love with that ended here, learned good, or not learned, but is a good parent. So I guess that's a good thing, right? Effort. I was just asking in my head, I was like, why did this couple split up? You know, why? And then it said effort. And then something in the environment. So, you know, outside distractions, teaching and learning, not learning something, or not being taught something, right? Not having the right perspective, or not having the right, you know, yeah, perspective or knowledge, awareness. But, you know, as you learn things, you will teach them. That one jumped out. Environment, the envy person, that what came out. Okay. You're protected. You have an Ace of Swords. And big happy changes. Big happy changes don't just happen. This one is colliding, literally. I'm going to put it over it. Happy ending. No way, dude. Okay, so the star, the one I told you that the Knight of Spheres was. So you either went to somebody and they're your star, they're your happy ending, or someone's bringing an offer to you, or you stay in the relationship and fix this whole romantic upside down shit. So, happy ending. I mean, either way, you've got a happy ending there. So, something gets fixed, or something, you know, better comes along. As this says, a big happy changes. Relationship change. Okay, there's our confirmation. Financial discipline. Okay, looks like that might have been a factor. 56. 11. You may have had relationship change with your twin. But there's something closing out, because I don't want to say it's because of the finances, but for some people it will be. Like, I think I just didn't want to say it because it's like, who divorces a spouse over finances? You know what I mean? Like, I totally am not a materialistic person, so, you know, if I were to be scrutinized for things, I'd be like, I won't spend the money. I'm a saver. I won't spend on credit cards and stuff. I like to pay cash. So if that's, you know, how you feel, then that's a good thing. But if you're like, I think it's just a warning, you know, not to be big spender, you know. Either that, or you're being too overly agarrada, too, like, holding on too tight. Okay, could be, whoa, either one of those. So be balanced in that as well. Compassion, that's the second time we see that. I'm putting it over the marriage. So if people want to have egos and stuff, then I guess the marriage is going bye-bye. Otherwise, if there's compassion added and spirituality, and you're still able to be yourself and authentic, right? Individuality, perseverance. There could be abundance, okay? But it's going to take a lot of personal growth by the number 7, okay? Unless you go out into nature and you put a lot of focus in this, focused intention, and you have a high motivation, you know. Going out into nature will catalyze this process of you learning and understanding so you can implement it, okay? So will some physical activity. Yeah, so being able to put down the pride, after you do that, you get the new beginning, okay? And a change, okay? Because now there's self-love and there's healing, okay? And now you're able to communicate healthy, all right? So you'll start seeing synchronicities and miracles happen when the domestic harmony, you know, starts to happen, like when things change and you're not doing things the same, and yeah, it feels different, but it's a good thing. And so it's like you're used to one way, but another something that's just changing, and you feel like part of you's leaving. And I'm going to say it again. It's not the bad part of you, but it's the part of you that is changing that is of a lower vibration, you know, that had less awareness, you know, and therefore different perceptions and different behaviors, okay? So that's what we're talking about, is ascension and balance, okay? Let's see. Effort. I knew we were going to get that card for sure. So the situation is only going to improve with effort. No effort, no improvement, okay? So I feel like you are putting in the effort, okay? And now it just takes you believing. Okay, but they still say get more information, listen to your intuition, trust your intuition. Music. Okay, so some of you could have a talent in music or not know it, or just not show it, and they want you to shine and use that as a gift to other people, you know. It's a gift to people from you, okay? It's a blessing, and then you feel good. You feel a blessing in your heart. You feel happy. So everyone just needs to figure out the things that make their heart, their soul happy, and do those things. It's pretty simple. Okay, so 32, you know, or 5. So there is change happening. So it's like changing the station, okay? You like hear frequency, you can't understand, and then it comes in to tune. You can hear it, right? And then ascension is, you know, feels like a total different frequency. And then you can hear that frequency again, and then it tunes in and you can hear straight again, you know? So music helps you do that, particularly soothing music, okay, spa type music, okay. So that was going to help you ascend, or just the frequencies online, you know, YouTube. And then creativity. So you are becoming more empowered, so, and getting more information, meditating, and, you know, asking your angels, and putting belief into whatever it is you want to achieve, and trusting that it's all going to fall into place. And I don't have to worry about it. I put it out, right? I put it out to God, the universe, you know, those who are going to be helping me, and they're going to bring me back my divine counterpartner. Love partnership, intuition, adventures. Can look forward to some new adventures. Follow your dreams. 55 could be important. 85, 22, 26. and patience. What's that? Divine timing. Okay, so just know that all things are in divine timing, all right? And thy will be done, God, okay? And, you know, be your own cheerleader, you know. I'm amazing. You'll see me with these shirts all the time, you know. And I tell myself that every day because I believe it, you know. I used to not sit around telling myself that, but, you know, when there comes a time where people are telling you the opposite, you have to evaluate and say, you know what? If I am what they say I am, I need to stop doing that. You know what I mean? So if there are some, then obviously you need to work on those things. But if not, then you can realize, well, that's not what I'm doing. That's their perception, and I'm fine with the way I behave. So those are the two things that you'll need to look into, you know, that's so that you can have a better relationship, not just with yourself, but with your partner, with your family members, with, you know, any relationship. So I'm going to leave it at that. 111, I just saw on the clock. Thank you for being here, and any likes, shares, comments are much appreciated as well. And I appreciate the likes, as I hear that's what keeps the channel circulating these videos. All right, so have a good day or night wherever you're at. Angela at High Priestess Healer 1111. Namaste.